everybody, welcome to our next episode of Tiny Epic Defenders. We are playing the Dark War campaign from the Dark War expansion, and as you know, we are deep in it. We've actually defeated the first two generals. We're still alive, though barely. The city is on fire. It's just burning down. We're trying to get these refugees back to the city. We're not succeeding very well, and I made a couple of boo-boos early on, a couple of episodes ago that I've since fixed. But anyway, we're going to keep going. We're going to get right in it because we got, I don't know how many turns we have left. We're either going to succeed really soon or we're going to fail really soon. I don't know. Well, we'll succeed if we can make it to the deck to the final boss. I'm just not sure how lucky we're going to get on that. So let's get started, guys. We're going to start with our new turn with Terex, Gamelin, and Harpier as they try and save the kingdom. All right, let's draw our first card. See what we get. What is it? Okay, that's in the desert and the mountains. So I'm not covering it up, guys. See, I'm showing you. Desert and mountains. So the first thing we have to do is the desert. Now, the desert does have Gamelin there. Gamelin is kind of hurt, but he's heading back to the city in a minute. So he is going to defend the desert. That means the desert will not increase. And then over in the mountains, not a lot we can do, so it is going to go up one more. That is no bueno. We might end up with a ruined territory pretty soon if we're not careful. The bears and mean, nasty, giant cats are attacking. I would hope that the Manicore would fend him off, but he's just flying around doing nothing. So let's go back and take our next turn. Yeah, this could be coming to an end pretty soon. I had a bad feeling last turn I was right, or the last set of rounds I was right, and that's what got our city in such trouble. Okay, next up is going to be Gamelin. Well, we know what he's going to do. He is going to spend an experience point. And I got to remember some of his skills. I keep looking at his skills. He doesn't need them right now, but this is one of his skills is going to come into play when he moves. To move this caravan into the city. Now, when he does that, he also then gets to access the skill, gain 2 experience points when you enter the city. He also gains 2 experience points for bringing the caravan into the city. What does that do for him? Well, quite a bit, actually. So he's going to go 1, 2, 3, and 4. He's 1 away from getting a level, and that was only 1 action. So he's going to take his second action to level up. And what does that do? Well, that gets him another skill. He's really laying down on skills. He's fine on skills. But it does something else for him, which is important, and that allows him to heal. So he is going to go all the way back up, because when you level up, you do heal. That goes back to 0. And we're going to get a new skill. So I'm not freaking out about the new skill as much, but this is going to be good. What does he get? Oh, he got awareness, which we know our other guy got rid of. So we'll put awareness there. It says if a defender card has not been drawn, spent for. Yeah, we're not going to. That's probably not going to come into play in this scenario. It just doesn't play well with these abilities of the characters. But that was really effective, and he's still got a turn left. He's still got an action. And since he be healthy, I think what we're just going to do is move him right back into the desert and head him back toward the plains. He's in good shape. He can defend it. We're okay there, and that's going to mark the end of Gamelin's turn. That was a pretty good turn for Gamelin. Let's see what else he gets. Okay, next up we have the plains and the forest. So the plains, Terex is up at the plains, as you can see, way up here. So he's going to defend and uses his special ability to defend both those. Is okay, but that's going to put him down to, it's going to knock him down to 0, but he's using his maneuver ability. When you defend against a regular enemy, you may lose 2 health to defend both attacked regions, and we did that. So neither of them are affected. Yay, Terex! Okay, let's move on and see what we get next. All defenders go. Well, that's pretty good. What does that allow us to do? Well, I know since... Yeah, Terex hasn't actually gone yet. Here's what we're going to do. So Terex is going to go 1, 2. He's going to use 2 of those actions to get into the city. That's important because when he gets into the city, he will be able to, when he leaves the city again, and when his turn comes up, he will be rested and heal. We're going to move then Harpier for that 3rd action into there to get the caravan and bring it back in with him in the mountains. Also protect the mountains a little bit. And that's what we're going to do with the all defenders. Now, since we already know that Gamelin's gone and the All Defender's gone, if 2 of those cards come out, then we can start burying the ones in the desert. We can use that ability. That'd be pretty good. Next up is going to be the forest and the coast. We can't do anything about those. So the forest goes up, and then you can see up here the coast is going to go up as well. All right, well, we're going to continue on. We're having a pretty quick turn. Let's see what comes next. All right, Harpier goes next. Well, that's going to be an easy one. So Harpier actually is not in the city, but so he's not going to heal. But we are going to use one of his experience points to bring this caravan into the town, which is also going to then give him 2 more experience points, putting him up to 6. And I think then we will, it's his third action, to move him back into the mountains so he can defend it if it comes up, because it's kind of in trouble. All right, next up we have, well, there you go. First up is the mountains, and Harpier will defend the mountains. That is awesome. He takes that hit, and he goes up to 7 experience points for defending the region. I almost forgot to give Terex his experience point when he did that as well. And then we are going to also in the plains, or yeah, the plains rather, they are unfortunately going to go up because we can't really do anything about them. So there's that turn. Let's see what we get next. Oh, next is the Sea Serpent. Okay, so he does Tsunami. Oh, this is bad. This isn't too good for us, actually. Okay, before any players may defend, all defenders in outer region move 1 clockwise. So that means that Gamelin and Harpier move 1 clockwise. I'm looking at their ability to see if there's anything they can do. Let me use the skill. Nope. Nope. I can spend 2 experience points to discard a just drawn card from the turn deck and shuffle it back into the turn deck. No, I don't want to do that. Dual Wheel doesn't help us. Okay, and let me look at Harpier to see if he's got anything that can help him. He's got his Elixir, Scout ability. Well, he was 1 away, but it's not anymore. Spend 3 to immediately move and to defend a region. However, you do not gain the experience for defending that way. He doesn't gain experience, but he gains an... He's already got a lot of effects. I'm not going to spend the experience that way. That's okay. We'll take it. But that does mean that the region is now up to 3 on the coast. We're going to have to go take care of that pretty quickly. And then we're going back to this. Okay, now we know that... Okay, by the way, this guy just goes off to the discard pile after that. We know that it's going to be Harpier's... Or not Harpier's turn, but Terex's turn. So he is actually in the city... And we'll go up there to, he'll get full health because he's going to move out of the city. Where he will go 1, 2, and knock that down. Oh, and I forgot something pretty important, guys. I think this still happens. It says whenever you move into the region. Now, he moved in as a result of a card, but I still think it applies. So I think Harpier has to take one of these plague tokens and place them right there, meaning his maximum hit points have gone down temporarily. And it does say when a defender enters the ruins. It doesn't say why, so I think that is a truism, and that's it. So we've got Harpier in the coast, and he's there defending it. He's okay, or he secured it, rather. Now let's move on. Well, we only got 1 card left for this round. Let's see what it is. It is the Wraiths. We know they're bad. They go into the ruins. Now, the good news is that Harpier can defend against these guys, and he will. So that means that they come into the ruins there. Their ability is the defender with the most hit points loses 2, but since he takes the hit from him, and he only takes 1 because of his shield, remember? His shield says you only take 1 fewer hit when defending against dire enemies. He will do that, and he'll gain an experience point, which is going to level him up. I mean, which is interesting, because then he's going to heal up, but actually, before we do that, he doesn't have any actions. He can spend an action and experience point to get rid of that, but we're not going to do that yet. It's going to level him up. It's going to put him at 8. So he defended against the guys. They go away. That's great. They end up in the discard pile, but we have to get an artifact. We may have to drop something. We'll have to see, because he's the king of artifacts. He's got a lot of stuff. Spear of Valor. Spend 2 actions. Fight, dealing 3 damage instead of 1 per turn. Ooh, that is awfully nice. Awfully nice. Well, so currently he's holding the Elixir, and he's got the... so the backpack allows him to hold 2 extra hand items. I think we're getting rid of the gavel, guys. I think he's going to drop the gavel. So the gavel is dropped, and that puts that there. So the gavel actually goes out of the game, and he drops it. It was really useful while it lasted, though. And then he's going to pick up the spear, which, let me find the spear. Where be you, Mr. Spear? Let's see. It should be a pretty obvious one, I imagine, being a spear. I think it is. Let's see, what's the spear look like? Yeah, here it is, guys. It is this one, I believe. So Harpier is now got the, I think he's going to swap out the elixir for the spear right now. Now he can hold these because of his backpack. He just can only use 2 at a time. So we'll get the spear because he's going to be going on the attack, I think, pretty soon when the general comes out. We're ready for him. Well, do we need that right? Yeah, let's do it. We're fine. Okay, I was saying because he could burn actions, but he doesn't need to. However, we are going to go there, and that's going to put him up to 3. Unfortunately, that doesn't change that at all, and he's going to gain yet another skill. The guy's got skills at the yin-yang. Acrobatics. Spend 1 experience points if your region is attacked by a regular enemy. You may deflect the attack to an adjacent region instead, which may be defended by another defender. Okay, well, we'll keep that in mind. Hopefully. I haven't kept a lot of skills in mind. I got to keep looking like he's got stealth. After you defend, immediately move to an adjacent region. You do not gain experience for defending this way. I could have done that. I didn't. Could have moved back to the mountains, I suppose, but I didn't. So, anyway, that's going to mark the end of the round, too. So, we survived yet another round, so we're going to flip that over. We're going to take another card from the bad stuff. We're going to shuffle them like crazy so we can get some good randomness going on here. Hopefully, some of a lot of the hero cards come out first, so I feel more comfortable using the prayer ability in the plains or the berry ability in the desert. It'll be very useful for us at this stage, as we just need to survive to get the big baddie out and see if we can take him down. I don't know that we're going to survive. Remember, the city's only got 1 health left. Now, right now, all the regions are not awful, so let's split this just a couple more times. There we go. That should be good. And then we're going to place out another one of our caravans at the start of the new turn. It's going to be the second one, which is going into the desert. So we got that to go. We're doing pretty good with our caravans. We keep getting them into the city in time. And then we're going to start our new turn. Let's do it. Okay. Blue player goes first. Gamelin. All right, Gamelin. What's he going to do? He's got a lot he can do. He is going to secure the plains. Okay, and then he's going to use his first 2 actions to pray here. And it says, if it is an enemy card, reduce the reduce 1 outer region's threat. If it's a hero card, then reduce the capital city damage, which would be useful. So we're going to spend 2 of his 3 actions to do that. It is an enemy card, which means I get to reduce threat somewhere. I will reduce the threat in the mountains. Excuse me, because we have somebody that can defend the coast right now, so that's a better bet. Good job. He's got 1 more action. What's he going to do with it? I think he will. Does he stay there? And yeah, he's going to stay there and prepare, giving himself an experience point. The reason he's doing that is because the plains tends to get attacked a few times, but I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how it works out. All right, next up. All defenders go. That is good. We got some extra actions here. What are we going to do with them? Well, I think we will have Harpier move 1 over to here. He will spend 1 of those actions and an experience point. Oh, he doesn't have any experience points. So he will prepare, giving himself an experience point, and then he'll spend an action and an experience point, all 3 of them. He gets all 3 of them to get rid of that token. And then he's there in the forest. And that's going to be it for the 3 defender actions. Because no zones are destroyed yet, so we'll only get 3. That's going to be it. Now, he could take damage. No, he took the elixir off, so he can't. All right, wow, that's awesome. So look at that. No, Harpier hasn't gone yet, but this is going to be Terex. Terex is going to secure the at least 1 action to secure that. He's got his Dragon Familiar, which he can secure in another region, but I'm not worried about it, actually. I think that what he'll do there is just secure that again, and he will remain there. He's not going to move, so he will prepare and give himself another experience point that puts him up to 4. So he's doing pretty good. He can heal himself right now if he gets attacked. He doesn't have a lot of abilities and skills, but that's okay. He's what he does have has been working for him. Okay, let's move on. Now, if this is Harpier, I'm going to move him to the desert and bury some cards. No, it is not. So we're going to attack the mountains and the plains. So starting with the mountains, we can't do anything about that. I take it back. We got Terex here. He's going to use his maneuver ability. That'll hit him twice. He gains 1 experience points, puts him up to 5. He gets hit twice and defends both those regions. Neither of them move. So he can hit both of them. Even though it says this goes up first, his ability says he can defend both. So I'm going to assume that that's okay. Next up, we're going to the desert and the mountains. So I'm glad he did that because we can't stop this from happening. So the desert goes up by 1 and the mountains go up by 1. Next up, what do we have? The sea serpent. Well, this is why I did not move Terex. Because the sea serpent comes out. Here's what's going to happen. Remember, before actions take place, this happens. So he moves there and Gamelin moves there. Well, Gamelin, he can defend, and he's going to. So he's going to defend that region. It is going to cost him 2 hit points, and he is going to get an experience point. It's up to 3, but that is going to give him another artifact as he sends the sea serpents back to the discard pile. Let's see what he gets. This one looks good. Agamar's Gambit. Spend 1 experience points, increase the threat in the capital city, and then reduce the threat in each outer region. That is awful. You know, he can only have 2 hand items, so he's not going to keep that one. He's dumping it. That's it. That doesn't work for him. I mean, there's times I could see that being valuable. This is not it when our main city is only at 1 point. So he just dropped that, and he can only carry the 2 hand items anyway. But he did send Homie off to the discard pile defeated. At least we get that satisfaction. Okay, let's go again. Okay, now Harpier's going. Great. Here's what Harpier's going to do. He's going to take his first action, and he's going to move to here for 1. Take it back. He's going to reduce the threat there. He's going to secure the... Oh, you can't do that from there. You got to be in the dang tree, don't you? Secure... Securing the force still costs 1. So yeah, he's going to have to leave that alone. He's going to move there. That's 1. Then he's going to use this bury ability, which is not... He can do it any time, but he loses 2 health. So that's going to put him down to 1 health. But we're going to bury the top 2 cards of the deck here. They go here, and then we'll shuffle them back in when we're done. We know they're bad, so it's okay. And then for his 3rd and final action... No, that was 1, 2, 3... no, 2, and he'll move into there for 3. Taking the... he doesn't have any experience. So we'll do this. This is going to go up 1. He would have prepared for 1, got an experience point so he could escort the caravan in. That gives him 2 experience points, so he now has 2 experience. I hope you followed that. Worked out. Alright, and then the last card in the deck is going to be the Wraiths. The Wraiths, they kind of suck. So that puts the Ruins up 1. And it says the defender with the most hit points. That looks like right now that is a tie between Gamelin and Terex are going to lose 2. I think we'll go with Terex because Terex can heal himself on his own turn. So that is going to be the end of the round. We survived yet again. Some of the locations are getting a little close to trouble. The mountains are in bad shape, but we can defend them, maybe. And we're going to go again. So let's shuffle up our next set of cards. Remembering that we have to add these 2 back in now. We add 1 more, and we shuffle these up. And man, we're close, guys. We only got a few cards left in that epic foe deck. We just got to keep surviving. Feels tense. I feel like we're on the verge of losing because we are. Anyway, I think this is a good shuffle here. Let's just do a couple more. Make sure we got it. There we go. All right, that's that. Then the last of the caravans going out onto the coast with Terex. Terex can bring him back. He's got lots of experience, and he can heal himself. Okay, so we're going to start again. Let's do 1 more round. Let's go. Okay, coast. He cannot defend because he's exhausted, and the forest, so he can't use his ability. Forest goes up to 3. Coast goes up to 1. That is bad news for us. I want to make sure you can see most of the action there. Okay, now we got the desert and the mountains. All right, well, the desert is now in trouble. That goes up 1. And the mountains we can defend. Oh, it was Gamelin that was in the coast last turn, wasn't it? Yeah, he would have taken a hit to defend that. So that did not go up. It was the coast, right? Yeah, that did not go up there. He would have taken a hit. But the mountains did. And then now it's Terex. Terex cannot defend the mountains, so the mountains do go up to 3. And the desert already moved up. Okay. Wow, we're cruising along at this pace. Let's see what happens next. Oh no, the Harpies, all outer regions at 0 move up 1. Well, there are 2 of them. So that is going to affect the plains and there. And where do they appear? They appear in the mountains. Terex can't defend against them because he is at 0, so he can't do anything about it. So Terex is unfortunately exhausted. That did not pay off for us. Okay, now Gamelin gets to go. Well, that's easy. His turn's going to be easy. He's going to take his first 2 actions, spend 2 experience, bringing him down to 1 to bring this last caravan to the city. That's 2 of his 3 actions. For his 3rd action, he will, because he wants to stay. Well, can use his tome on himself. Spend 1 action, choose a defender in the capital city, and move it to an adjacent region there, restore to full health. I think he can. So he's going to spend his last action, go up to full health, and he'll move over to the desert there. Okay, he blew his horn on himself. All right, that's Gamelin. Not bad for Gamelin. Oh, he gets 2 experience for bringing the guys back to the city too. Okay, now we get Terex. A little late though for him, but he's going to spend 2 experience points, 1, 2, to heal himself 1. Spend 2 more, down to 1, to heal himself 2. And then he will spend his last action to reduce the threat 1, secure the region there with the mountains. All right, that's it for his turn. It's a pretty quick turn. Okay, ouch. Oh, the wraiths. Okay, well, Gamelin is fully healed, so we know it's going to attack Gamelin. However, it goes into the ruins. We really can't do anything about that, so the threat in the ruins is going up, and Gamelin is going to lose 2 hits down to 3 because that's what their ability is. Then they go off to the discard pile. Okay, next up we have the plains and the forest. Ouch. The forest has been destroyed, and there's nothing we can do about it. So the plains goes up 1, then the forest gets destroyed. That happens. So now any other hits on this, if we can't defend the forest, then this next hit to the city is going to kill us. Hopefully we get a chance to move first. What do we get? All defenders. Okay, well, we have to move somebody there. So we're going to go, Harpier is going to leave the city. That's going to put him up to full health. And he's going to go 1, 2, and get into the tree for 3. He took all 3 actions. He got in the trees, defending that area as best he can. I guess does the tree still work when it's done like that? I don't think it does. I think he just defends the area. So he's still got 1. I think he's going to have 1 more experience-wise there. He might as well just stay there and prepare for the oncoming battle. Now we can maybe stop some damage. Okay. Well, this could be ill-favored for us. So there's nothing in the coast, so we can't stop this guy. That means this goes there. Well, we can with Harpier, but I'm afraid to. Harpier's got this. Spend 3 experience points, immediately move and defend any region. However, you do not gain the experience for defending it. He could move. You know, it doesn't matter because he can't prevent the ability, and that's the problem. So he's just going to leave it alone. But that moves everybody like this, and then Terex has to take one of these death tokens, which reduces his hit points. He's now suffering from the disease in the ruins. Next up, what do we have? The Watchers. Now, guys, I was not doing the Watchers right at all. They're in the desert. So here's what's going to happen. We're going to go there. Harpier is absolutely going to defend against them, so that ability does not happen. It's going to take him 2 hits. He's going to gain an experience. He's going to gain another artifact, though. The artifacts, he's artifact up like crazy. So anyway, we'll see what he gets. Maybe it's something he can actually use. I don't know. No, it's another hand item. The Glaive of Return. When you defend against a regular enemy, you may choose to defend both the region's cards without losing any health. If you defend this way, you must unequip the Glaive and place it in the capital city. Any defender, if this came out earlier in the game, I would have really dug it. But I don't think we're going to do that. We're going to keep what we have, because I want to keep his other weapon for the big fight at the end if we make it that far. Okay, but the Watchers then go off to the discard pile. That's good. Okay, next up, mountains and plains. Okay, well, Gamelin is in the plains. Well, let's do the mountains first. Mountains we can't do anything with. They go up to 3. Gamelin's in the plains, so he can defend, and he will. Puts him down to 2 experience points, puts him up 1 more level there. Okay. 2 health, rather, up 1 experience. And then we get Harpier gets to go. Well, Harpier's in the desert, so he's going to go 1, 2, and secure, at least for 2. And then what? Then he'll move into the city for his last action, because then he'll come out next time healthy. Hopefully he goes, God, I don't want to leave him. I think I'm going to leave him in the desert, guys. And I'll prepare once with him. He's got a lot of stuff he can do, so we'll leave him there. Okay, that is going to end the round, guys. We're going to end it here. we're getting close to the end of the game, man. We got just a few more cards left. So before we go, though, we'll stock the new deck. We'll get this card out. We only have 3 cards left in there, so we're about to fight the big baddie. If we make it that far, we're dangerously close to losing the capital city. You know what? I probably should have, before we do that, take that back. I'm going to leave that there and move him there. I mean, it still puts us at risk, but at least he can automatically defend against the forest if it comes up. Could be better for us. And there aren't any more caravans to go out. We got them all secured nicely and snugly in the capital. And so we're going to end it there, guys. I hope you're enjoying it. We're coming down to the wire. Almost done with this playthrough and this campaign. It's pretty fun. I think if you're playing with others, it would go really fast. Because you notice I started flipping the cards fast, but I keep explaining what's happening in case there's a new viewer or something and try and give them some insight to the game. So, jump in the comments. Tell me what you think of this game and how it has been enhanced. I think it's been enhanced tremendously by this effort with the Dark War expansion. It's really kind of made it a whole nother game in my book in a good way. So I hope you're excited to see the end of this. We're closing in. Our characters are doing really well. We've managed to stave it off. The city's almost destroyed, but we're so close to going after the final boss. And the new final bosses, I can't wait to see which one we got and what that's going to look like. It's very cool if we make it. If we don't, we'll still take a look at the boss and see what we would have had to do. But guys, I will see you in the next episode. It's probably going to be our last. So I'll see you then, our last episode for this series, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.